What up, everyone? This is my ranking of all the Halloween films. There is going to be a few that are left out of the list. I have not had the time to watch them. I'm kind of burnt out on the Halloween movies now. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to watch H2O, Resurrection, and 5 and 6. I don't think I'm going to watch them. Season of the Witch is a bit different. I'm really interested in watching that, but that has nothing to do with Michael Myers, so I'm not going to put it on this list. So, without further ado, let's start her off with number 8, and I might get a lot of flack for this one, Halloween Ends. I have never seen such a disappointting ending to a pretty good trilogy, I'd say. Halloween 2018 was good. Kills was, fun to watch. And Halloween Ends, you wanted everything to come around full circle. And unfortunately, they fucking butchered this movie. I really liked the character of Corey. I thought it would have been cool if he didn't kill himself at the end, because the character development would have been for something at least. But he kills himself at the end. Everything goes to shit. Half of the movie is build up, which isn't bad. But there's no Michael Myers to be seen. And when he shows up against Laurie in the final fight, it is disappointing as all hell. If you want to see more of my thoughts on Halloween Ends, just go watch my review. I'm not going to talk about it for too long. But I don't know how they butchered this so bad. Simple premise, and yet again, terrible execution on a very simple movie where you have two people fighting. How could they fuck this up so bad? I have no idea. Number 7 is going to go to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I don't hate this movie like everyone else, but I really, really, really like the first one. So after watching this one, it kind of felt redundant. Like, I didn't feel like it was necessary. I felt like Rob Zombie's first Halloween was like the 2018 version. If you just made that movie alone and didn't try to make another movie after, it would be even better. But Rob Zombie's vision here is kind of all over the place. I like some of the kills. I don't really like the mask. The relationship with Michael and Laurie, this is when you find out, they're his brother, or Michael's her brother, and whatever. It's not a bad movie, but when it compares to the other ones, I just didn't find it that interesting. I watched Halloween, like Rob Zombie's Halloween movie when it came out when I was a kid, and I loved it. And when I watched the second one, I didn't really like it too much. I like it a bit more, being a bit more grown up, but it's still not my favorite. Number 6 is going to go to Halloween Kills. Another movie that is kind of all over the place, but enjoyable. I would definitely go back and watch Halloween Kills over Ends. The kills are a lot better. They do get a bit creative with the flashbacks, and I think the flashbacks are really well done, especially after watching Halloween 2. All the characters are really good. Jamie Lee Curtis does a good job. It is a pretty disposable movie at the end of the day, but at least you can get some fucking entertainment out of it, unlike Halloween Ends, which is just kind of a slog to get through at this point, especially when you know what happens. But Halloween Kills has some brutal kills, some really what the fuck moments. There is some kills in here that I will never forget about. Like Michael Myers taking the light, and then, the fluorescent light, and he fucking stabs the girl in the neck with it, and it like fills up with blood. There was a lot of cool creative kills here, a lot of over-the-top moments. Movie went on a bit too long. There's a plot line I didn't really care about, but overall, if I could, I will. If I find this on 4K, I'll definitely buy it for the collection. Number 5 is going to be Rob Zombie. No. I fucked up there. I have a list written down. I don't usually take notes, but I kind of wrote it on both sides. Halloween 2018. Is at number 5. I really like this movie. Just because it's at number 5 doesn't mean I don't like it. 5 is a good spot. This was really hard to pick between this and the Rob Zombie one because, like I said, you can watch both of these movies and feel satisfied at the end and not need a sequel. I think this movie is really brilliant. I think they did a really good job of bringing Michael back, and I love everything about this movie other than there is some kills that I do feel that were lacking, and I felt like they could have put a bit more work into them. But overall, the Halloween 2018 is a great start to the reboot. And if, like I said, if they didn't make this a trilogy, this movie on its own could have just been good enough. But it's just at number 5. I don't have no complaints. It's at number 5 because I like all these other movies a bit better. Not by too much. But this and the Rob Zombie one was a really hard decision. I couldn't decide what to put at 4 and 5. So if you want a bit more of an explanation, Halloween 2018 is a great start to the reboot franchise. Strong characters and overall great cinematography and a really, really good score. Number 4 is going to go to Rob Zombie's Halloween. This, believe it or not, when this came out, I was in grade school still, so I wasn't watching a lot of horror movies. But this is the very first Halloween movie I ever saw. Not Halloween 1, not 2, it was Rob Zombie's Halloween. And when I was a kid, I knew a lot about Michael Myers, but since I didn't watch the movies, I didn't know if they ever showed his childhood, or did they keep him mysterious. So when I was growing up, I always saw Michael, as a kid in this movie, and then he grows up. And not a lot of people like that. But since I have such fond memories of it, and it is a pretty good fucking movie, yes, you can take out the version of him being a kid and it won't really affect it. But I understand Rob Zombie wanted to show a bit of character development, and I think it worked for the most part. The kid actor is really, really good. He's only been in one other movie, which is Hancock, but I think he did a fucking terrific job. I love the tone of the movie. I love the atmosphere, the vibes. I love the editing. I love the little shitty fucking filter Rob Zombie puts over it to make it a bit more edgy in his gruesome ways that he does. I know a lot of people don't like the script of these movies. They don't like the swearing. He does say a lot of fucked up shit in his writing. But for the most part, Halloween, Rob Zombie's first Halloween was my introduction to the series. And I did find it a bit weird that, you see Michael as a kid, because I'm like, oh, now we know what he looks like. But obviously when I grew up, I understood more, like, what made Michael Myers so appealing was that you never saw his face. You didn't know anything about him when he was a kid. All of that kind of jazz. I know why people don't like this movie because of that, and it gets rid of the mystery. But you can watch the other original Halloween movies. You don't have to think about Rob Zombie. So this is just his interpretation of it. Fucking brutal kills, great acting, and a great ending. A really, really good ending. It's kind of like Halloween 1, but, it's basically the same. But, really good all around. I would always watch this movie. I would love to watch this movie again. And apparently the director's cut version isn't as good as the theatrical cut, which is weird because it's usually the other way around. Number 3, you guys are going to be surprised. Don't forget, I didn't watch some movies, so not everything. Resurrection, H2O, Halloween 5, 6, I think there's a 7, I could be wrong. And yeah, H2O, all those didn't make the list, but those are like 3-4 movies. I don't think I'm missing out. I got H2O spoiled for me, so I don't really feel like watching it. But number 3, drum roll please, Halloween 4. I fucking loved this movie. I didn't watch this until a week ago, and boy oh boy, I love it. One reason why I refuse to review Halloween 5 is because I refuse to watch it. Because the way Halloween 4 ends is like chef's fucking kiss. It is so well done. To me, it was a perfect ending. I was not expecting. I was fucking blown away. The reason I refuse to review 5 and watch it is because it picks up right after the 4th one. And I don't want to know how bad. I heard 5's really bad. I do not want to see them fuck up the story they had going with 4. So Halloween, I like to think as, since there's so many movies, pick your own adventure, as I like to think of it. And Halloween 4, if I watch 5, it's going to destroy everything that I loved about 4. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm just watching 4, skipping 5. I love this interpretation of Michael Myers. I know some people don't like the mask. I gotta be honest, I think this is my favorite mask. Even though the other ones are so iconic, for some reason, this pale white mask, I'm 24 years old. I don't get creeped out by Halloween movies. But this fucking mask creeped me the fuck out. And the first shot that they show you of Michael Myers, almost every single shot is just perfection. The little girl walking in the room, the thunder goes, and you see him in the fucking mirror, and it goes dark, and then it's light again. Or him sitting up in the bed. Or there's another scene at the end when all the teenagers are in the house, and the girl goes to light the candle. She has no idea there's a fucking dead body, neither do you. The whole house is dark. She goes to light the candle, and then there's just a dead body there. It's so hard to explain. You gotta see it for yourself. But the shots in this movie, I think, are the best out of the whole franchise. As much as I love John Carpenter, I think Halloween 4 did such a good job of, like I said in my review of it, making you feel claustrophobic. There's not these long, wide shots, which people complained about. But you gotta remember, this isn't John Carpenter. This guy has his own direction. He has his own style. And I fucking 100% loved it. Like, from the beginning to end. The beginning is just awesome. They set the tone. It is amazing. All of these movies have a Halloween feel to them. An atmosphere. A vibe. You know what movie doesn't? Halloween Ends. It has none of that. But Halloween 4, the opening credits, are so unsettling. Some people might not find it unsettling, but stuff like that, I fucking eat up. I love every minute of it. The Michael Myers actor did a great job. The kid actor did a great job. What more could you want from a Halloween movie? This movie didn't have to be made, but I'm so happy they did, because it didn't feel like they were ripping off Halloween 1 and 2. It just felt natural. It was amazing. Coming in at number 2 is gonna be Halloween 2. This was the only reason I put this above 4 was because I've never seen such a good sequel in my life. I think this is the best sequel ever made. It picks up right after the first one. Once you watch 1 and 2 back to back in the same night, it really feels like it's taking place all in one night. And it is just so masterfully done. Again, the score, the kills. A lot of people don't like how Laurie's in the hospital in this movie. I didn't like how they did that with her in Halloween Kills. But watching this, I think they make a lot more smart decisions. It's not as boring. The characters are better. And I think my favorite Halloween kill is in this movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The jacuzzi kill. Michael Myers cranks up the fucking temperature. Obviously, the girl doesn't know he's there. Grabs her head. Throws her in. Just keeps dunking her in and out, in and out. And her fucking... It's just... The special effects are so well done for this time. And her face is just fucked up. And it's so horrific to watch. The actress does a great job just selling, that part. It's not easy to be an actress. You gotta have the scream. You gotta have the fear in you. And she did a really good job. All the kills in this movie are great. Not even the kills. Just watching Michael Myers walk around. The final battle between him and Dr. Loomis and Jamie Lee Curtis in the end. It is so well done. How did Dr. Loomis survive that explosion, though? Have no idea. I fucking have no clue. He should be dead. So should Michael. But, evil doesn't die. Halloween 2, like I said, it just leans into the perfect sequel category, because you watch the first one, you watch this, and you really feel like you're watching one movie. I was blown away at how much I liked it, and I didn't watch it until a couple weeks ago. And obviously, coming in at number 1, what else did you think it would be? It's the original Halloween. As much as I love all these other movies, the thing that makes Michael Myers is the mystique, the appearance, the not knowing if he's real or not, the way he just stands at a corner waiting for someone. This movie might not be the most bloodiest. It might not have the most kills. It might not have the best character development. But if you were looking for a Michael Myers movie and you don't want to know anything about him, you want to get that mystery feel, Halloween 1 is the way to go. It's a classic that holds up, and just it gets better with each and every shitty horror movie that comes out this year. It's been a pretty rough year. It just makes everything look like shit because it's so masterfully done. I've seen it once or twice, and I don't want to watch it too many times, and I think it would lose its appeal if I did that. But man, the actor, terrific job. The way he walks around in this movie, I don't think you'll ever replicate it. The other Halloween movies do a terrific job. They do a wonderful job. But this movie it just leaves me speechless. I don't know what else to say other than this captures the mystery of Michael Myers so much better than every other Halloween movie. As much as I love Rob Zombie, like, you don't know where he came from. He just fucking shows up. And you gotta think about the ending of the movie. Dr. Loomis thinks he kills him. He shoots him a couple of times. Body's gone. People are scared. Movie ends. And what they're trying to tell you is you can't get rid of evil. That's what the message of the movie is. No matter how many bad guys the cops are going to catch, it doesn't matter. You're never going to get rid of evil, sick, twisted, fucked up people like Michael Myers. And the score is amazing. Just like Halloween 2, they kind of remix the score a bit, and then you go back and you listen to the original, and it's so creepy, and it's so fucking relaxing to listen to. It's so weird. But I can't stress the fact that I can't believe how well it holds up. I honestly think Halloween 1 had the best tone, best atmosphere, probably the best pacing. The movie's over before you know it because you're so sucked in. And what else is there to say? What else is there you want from a horror movie? It's the best, one of the best mystery horror movies out there. I do think this whole franchise, I think Halloween is amazing. I do think it is a bit overrated, because I think there is some stuff out there that is a bit more creative, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser. This is just a guy with a knife, but they do make you care about the characters so much, and that's why Jamie Lee Curtis is in so many of these fucking movies. That's why they didn't get another actor, I think, because they wanted you to just stay with her and grow with her. And they did a good job doing that, but they really should have cut this off at Halloween 4. Or they didn't even have, even though I love 4, it didn't have to be made story-wise. You could have had Halloween 1, Halloween 2, and then cut the storyline there. That's it, because Halloween 2 ends pretty good too. Not as good as the first one, but still good. Still a satisfying ending. And then you can have Rob Zombie's Halloween, because, he wants to do his own thing. And then Halloween 2018, fuck Halloween Kills, pretend like that never happened. Pretend like Halloween Ends never happened. Pretend like H2O, Resurrections, 5, 6, and 7, all that shit never happened. and you got a good, steady 5 movies that build on the character. But, I mean, we could have a tight catalog where every movie could be good, but throughout this fucking 50-50 movie catalog, you got some good movies and some garbage ones, and I'm not wasting my time watching the other ones. I can't, not right now. So that is my review of all the Halloween movies, ranked. Let me know in the comments what your ranking is. I'm really, really curious. I like doing ranking videos. If you want me to do a ranking of anything else, of movies that I've seen all the way through, because there is some here I have skipped. Let me know in the comments, and I'm excited to see your ranking because it's fun sharing it. Just don't be a dick about it. But you'll never top Halloween 1, guys, as much as everything else is so good. Halloween 1 is... You can watch this movie every year on Halloween and find something new, find something creepy. You know, there's just never-ending possibilities with that movie. Every time I watch it, I pick up on something new. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what else you want me to do for videos. I got a pretty stacked week, but if you guys have any ideas, maybe next week. But this week, got a couple horror movie reviews, and then Black Adam and Gotham Knights. So it's going to be a pretty litty week for DC fans. Fuck you, Marvel. Peace out, everyone. Thank you for watching.